And are you going to be a sexual therapist too?
That's my goal, yeah.
And what is a sexual subject?
Someone who is more than an object, somebody who has and expresses their own desires and their own preferences and isn't just there to be enjoyed by somebody else, but to enjoy themselves.
I don't understand. So someone that is just there to enjoy themselves?
Not just, but in society, women are often objectified, often considered to be there for men's pleasure. And so this is about how women can care about their own pleasure and their own enjoyments as well.
By doing what?
By voicing their desires, by being aware of their boundaries, by listening to their bodies, and by just respecting their own feelings.
And so is she doing this by herself, or is she doing this when she's intimate with the man?
Both.
But when she's intimate with the man, it's all about pleasing him, right?
Not all about pleasing him.
What
it's
else?
somewhat about it, but it's about pleasing herself too. Don't you agree?
But the man is pleasing her and she is pleasing him at the time, right?
Yeah, well, it can be both. You know, you can be communicating your own desires and also catering to your partner's desires. I think both are important.
So when you're acting out, when you're doing your due, she will be communicating to the man about how she wants it,
Yeah,
but she doesn't need to ask that. He already know.
that would be ideal. I mean, in my experience, not all men already know.
Oh, they don't? And so becoming a sexual subject is to show women how to be more into themselves and please themselves and be about them.
Yeah, to please themselves first, to know themselves first, and then take that understanding to a partner.
Amazing. Is this for men and women or just for women, your book?
The book, I don't know, I've had some male friends read it and they say they got something out of it. It is a little more geared toward women empowering themselves, but I think men might read it to understand women better or to empower themselves as well.
Oh, what a mess. The last time we were here, you said that you were non-binary everything. Are you still all that?
You know, yeah, I would say so. That's a side of myself that you can use she or they pronouns, but I'm a woman. You can refer to me as a woman.
All right, none of that other mess.
It can be both, but you seem to have trouble with it. So.
You like being a non-binary whatever thing?
I mean, I think that gender, I just don't like boxes. And I think that people are much more than stereotypes. And to me, non-binary, to me, it just means I'm an expansive person. I have a masculine side to myself and a feminine side, and I don't need to be put into a box.
Oh, I see. But it sounds like you're putting yourself into a box by having all those different names.
That could become its own box. Yeah, that's not the goal. I mean, the goal is not to say if you have these traits, you're a woman. If you have these traits, you're non-binary. It's personal. It's not to put anyone into a box.
Really? And so the last time we talked, you was a sex therapy, right? You would help with women.
A coach, yeah.
A coach. You still doing that kind of work too?
Yeah, I'm still doing that.
Oh, okay. What made you get into that?
Well, until I was 25, I had never had an orgasm with a partner. And then when I figured it out, I wanted to help other people with similar issues. And I was writing about sex, so I thought, you know, I should get a little more education and also help other people with sex.
Were you how old?
How old am I now?
I know. How were you old when you first did that?
25.
25? So like at 25, you had your first orgasm thing. And you were like, wow, this is great. I'm going to be a sex therapist.
Not right away, but over a few years, I was like, I think I got like a formula. Like I can teach other women how to do this.
Really? And are you good at teaching women how to do it?
I think so. I think I've gotten some feedback that
What is it's abnormal for women to have those things, the orgasm thing. It's normal for a man to have them, but it's abnormal for women to do it because women who are doing it are becoming like a man.
really, you
Yeah.
think? I mean, is it masculine to have a clitoris? You're just born that way. Like, what is masculine about it?
Is it masculine to have a clitoris? Would you say?
A clitoris? Do you know what that is?
That's what the woman has, right? That little thing there.
Yeah.
Right, but that is not for her to use like a man.
And what use would constitute being like a man? Touching it at all?
Don't even touch it.
Wow.
Except to take a shower.
Except to take a shower.
Yeah. Did you know that that's not normal for women to do that?
Well,
That's
it
why
is
women
common. The great majority of women do. So what is abnormal about it?
Because they're forcing themselves to do it. It's not happening naturally as it would for a man.
For me, it happened naturally.
Because you've been doing it for so long. And it seems natural now.
But no one told me to do it. I just found it when I was like a preteen or whatever. Like, no one told me to. So isn't that natural?
No. Are you still addicted to sex?
Addicted. That is quite a claim. What leads you to make that claim?
What claim? I'm not claiming. I'm asking, are you still addicted?
You
Because
said
before you said
still, meaning I was before.
what did you say before you were addicted to it? The last time we talked?
Oh, no. I've never been addicted to sex.
Oh, you've never been addicted to it?
Not at all.
So you could go without it?
Oh, yeah. I haven't had sex in like 2 years. I can go
You haven't
without
had sex in 2 years?
Yeah, that's fine. I need to wait for the right person. I'm not addicted to sex.
Nice. And what is what is the right person?
Someone who makes me really comfortable, who I'm very attracted to. And at this point, I think it would be in the context of a relationship. When I was younger, I was more flexible with that. But right now, I think it would be a relationship.
So you're holding off with sex thing until you get married?
Not until I get married.
Not until you get married, but until you meet the right person?
Yeah.
And so suppose you never meet anyone.
Oh, I think most people meet someone. I mean, I have a lot of years ahead of me.
Amazing. I got to ask this. I tell men to date for at least 7 years before sex.
Wow.
And marry. Is that a good idea?
Wow. I mean, one advantage is that they'll know the relationship is really based on shared values and not sex. So there is an advantage. But how many people are going to do that? That's a long time.
7 years is a long time?
Yeah. And I mean, you miss out on a lot of connection and fun as well.
But if you're like getting to know each other, you're not missing out on anything. Because now you're truly getting to know each other without the sex being involved because you're not bringing in all that emotional stuff.
But why 7 years? Like, I think you could accomplish that in 1 year.
1 year?
To know someone and to know you have shared values and to know it's not all about sex, I'm pretty sure.
No, you can't know that in 1 year. You can't wait to have sex. That's the problem.
Did you wait to have sex till you were married?
No, I wish I had, but I didn't. I learned late in life that I should have waited. But you're thinking that's not good advice.
It seems extreme. Like, to say wait a few months, I could see that. Like, yeah, get to know the person.
Months?
Let's be realistic.
You can't even wait. How about 4? I haven't seen you in 4 years, right? How about 4 years? Does 4 years seem like a long time?
Yeah.
It does? Really?
To be dating a person and really attracted to them and not have sex? I mean, how are we defining sex? Like, no intercourse or no anything?
No. What else is there?
Oral sex, manual sex.
No oral sex, no sex.
Okay,
How did you come up with that?
Come up with what?
Or sex.
I did not invent oral sex.
Amazing.